Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? We hope you guys are doing well, and welcome back to the third episode of SMADA English Podcast. Whether you've been tuning in for the first time or you've been riding with us from the start, get ready for another episode packed with laughs and joy. On this episode, we will explore the industry of movies, like the art of movies making, the stories behind our favorite movies, and our opinion on the world of movie making and the impact they have on our lives and culture. Before that, my name is Padang and I will be the host for this episode, and I'm bringing you one guest for today's discussion. Please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Arlisa.
Okay, I think that's enough for another introduction. So grab your snacks, settle in, and let's dive into today's episode. Okay, first question. What was your favorite movie of all times, and what makes you really like that movie?
So, for my favorite movie of all time, there's a lot of movies I like, and I don't think of all time can do justice to that one movie. But for me, I think it would be from the genre of coming of age, and it's called The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And what makes you really like that movie? I really like this movie because it speaks to me in a lot of ways, and I relate to it.
Can you tell us about that movie a little more?
So about that movie, it's about a boy, and he's you can say wallflower is a metaphor of this boy's kind of existence in his friend group and overall like his social circle, social life, and the main character, which is this boy, he struggles quite a lot with socializing and with being himself and expressing himself. And I think that's kind of the summary of the whole film to me.
Yes, I get it. So it's about a boy that's kind of left out.
Yeah.
I guess we can talk like that. All right. What was my favorite movie of all time? I guess I can. It's the same with her. I can't say it's of all time, But my favorite movie will be Jurassic Park. Yes. Why do I really like that movie? Because Jurassic Park is a dinosaur theme movie, and I love dinosaurs. I read about dinosaurs all the time. I guess. Okay, next question. If you could be a movie main character, what character will you choose, and from what movie the character is?
So a movie main character that I think is pretty cool, pretty dope, would be from Tom Holland's Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
Peter Parker from the Home trilogy.
Yeah, from the Home
Yeah,
trilogy.
Home trilogy. That's nice. That's nice.
Because I see it as like, Peter Parker's living this life. He has a great best friend. He has Ned, and he has this career of saving people.
Yeah, I agree.
As a superhero.
But like Uncle Ben said,
Yeah.
with great powers come with great responsibilities. Yes, yeah. If I could be a movie main character, I guess I would be, Owen Grady
Yeah.
from Jurassic World. That guy who leads the Velociraptor squad. That'll be good. That's dope. That man is kick ass. Okay, next question. Nah, it's a good question. Have you ever cried when watching a movie? If you ever cry when watching a movie, what movie that makes you cry?
So, maybe this might be comedic in a way, but I cried while watching Frozen. Why? Because, particularly in the scene where Anna turns to ice and Elsa, she's trying to stop Hans from
Oh yeah,
offing
yes,
Anna, I
yeah, yeah,
guess.
yeah. That's
That scene, it's pretty sad, and I think it captures the beauty of sibling love.
yeah, siblings, yeah, sibling stuff. Yeah. Have I ever cried when I was watching movie? I guess I have. It was How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah, I watched that movie when I was a kid. You know, when the main character, who is the name of the main character? Yeah, the main character
character.
found out that his mother is still alive. And that's make me cry, you know, because yeah, since he was a kid, he didn't really see his mom, you know, just story and stuff. That's
Yeah.
sad. That's make me
Yeah.
cry. Okay, next question. Which director do you think has the most influence on modern cinema, and what makes their work stand out?
I don't really know much about directors, but I think it would be Wes Anderson, and the way his movies have like a certain unique aspect to it, which would be the camera work, where it
Yeah, I agree,
pans
I agree.
still. Yeah, it just
Yeah, I
pans
agree.
still.
Wes Anderson's he's a unique guy. He has his own unique style for the movie, you know. Especially that one movie called Grand Hotel Budapest, and if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, yeah. I have a same answer as her. Okay, next question. Do you prefer action or drama movies, and why did you choose that?
It really depends on my mood. If I want to sit down while I eat or do something, then I
Yeah,
probably
that's
put
true,
on
that's
an
true.
action movie because it's just something light that it's there to. Yeah, it's there. It's
Yeah.
fun.
You know, action movies are tend to be more entertaining, especially when you are eating. So yeah, I agree with her. I prefer action movies when I were eating. Yeah. Okay, next question. Which movie has the best plot twist in your opinion?
So this movie that it's not really a plot twist, but it's a plot twist towards the other characters in the movie. It's called Scream, the fourth one. It's a thriller movie, and in this movie there's a ghost face and there's particularly two ghost faces, and they go on a murdering spree.
No, that's dark. Okay. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
And see, there's these two ghost faces, and the main character already knows one, and the other one is yet to be discovered.
Okay.
So towards the end, this is where the plot twist happens.
Okay,
It's pretty fun. I think in a sense it's kind of comedic too. So the second ghost face, she just eliminated a person, right? And then she makes herself look like the victim. She makes herself look bruised and just wounded. Like
Yes,
yeah.
I get it. So yeah, the real ghost
yeah.
face like
Yeah.
playing victim or
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
The heroic facade.
I get it.
It's
I get it.
pretty entertaining.
That's nice. That's a nice plot twist. Which movie has the plot twist? In my opinion, huh? I didn't really watch movies with plot twist a lot, but I have one that is maybe considered as the worst plot twist in movies I have watched. You know, it's when General Hux from Star Wars, well, you know, he destroyed many planets and billions of life, and then you know what he said? I am the spy. That's not a good plot twist at all. No. And later he was killed. Yeah, that's kind of funny, you know. Yeah, that's the worst plot twist I have ever encountered. Okay, next question. If you could bring back a dead movie character, who would you choose?
Classic Iron Man.
Yeah, I agree with you. In the end game, right? Yeah.
In the end game, because to me, I would like to bring him back because one, who wouldn't?
Yeah, who wouldn't?
And two, I feel like he has like really a super important existence in the Marvel universe,
Yes, yeah.
particularly in the films,
Yeah.
Infinity War and Endgame, and I feel like out of all the important characters, why choose him? Maybe that's just me because I like Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you because Iron Man that is so it's such a waste, you know. It's a very good character. Why did he have to die? Yeah. Well, my answer would be that character, huh? It'll be I don't really know. You know, I didn't really watch movie with much of that guy, so I guess I'll skip this one because I agree with her with the Iron Man answer. Yeah. Okay. Next question. What movie would you recommend to someone who share your taste in genre, in the movies? I'm sorry.
A movie that I would recommend to someone who shares my taste in movies, since I can't really define my taste in movies, uh, I feel like most of the fun films I watch are either thriller or action. So in action, a classic one that I like would be the Spider-Man trilogy, No Way Home, Homecoming, Way From Home, I think.
Yeah.
And in thriller would be the Scream franchise.
Yeah.
It's a classic. Who
Okay.
wouldn't?
That's a good question. That's a good answer. I'm sorry. Spider-Man's that's such a classic. Yeah. What movie I would recommend to someone? I would recommend someone to watch Jurassic Park or Star Wars. It's a pretty mainstream movie, but trust me, you have to watch it, especially the original Jurassic Park trilogy. You know, before when it get modernized. But it's really fun when watching Jurassic Park because you don't really see the dinosaurs very often, but when you did see them, it'll be very thrilling. It's like a horror movie, you know. It's like when you were getting chased by a dinosaur. That's scary. Okay, next question. How important do you think a movie soundtrack it is to its overall impact? Can you discuss a film where the music play a crucial role? Crucial role.
So again with Marvel films, uh,
Yes, Marvel
I feel
movies.
I feel like the soundtrack plays a pretty big role into how the scene plays out and the tension, importantly the tension.
Yes.
And a lot of songs that I'm listening to now were in Marvel and quite a few movies. So I think Marvel's a pretty good
It's a pretty good
example.
example. Yeah, I agree with you. You know, Marvel movies tend to have one of the best soundtrack movies all the time. And my question will be Star Wars. You know why Star Wars soundtrack have a very crucial role? There is one scene that amazed me. You know, when General Kenobi watching his clone troopers walking in the hall. You know, with the walking with their obediently and stuff. You know, that has one soundtrack behind it, and the Camonian, no, Camonian something. The guy who makes the clones, he said like it's magnificent, aren't they? Damn, that's really makes me amazed. The soundtrack really played a crucial role there. Yeah. Next question. What are some of the best and the worst movie adaptation of books you have ever encountered? And what make the successful one work?
I can't really recall some of the worst movie adaptations, but I mean they're still good. But to me, what makes a movie adaptation of a book good is when the director sticks to the plot and doesn't change the overall story
when he doesn't change the plot, yeah.
and doesn't leave the movie hanging. That's most important. Most of the films I've watched, well, not most, but a good few that I've watched that are from book adaptations and with cliffhangers. And like
cliffhangers. That's
it's
really leave a mark.
frustrating.
Yeah. Okay, the best movie. I would say Harry Potter and The Lord of the Rings. That is the best movie the movie adaptation from a book. Yeah, those two is the best, I guess. And what makes the successful one work is because they didn't change the story from the original one. They didn't change it at all. Maybe change it a little bit, but it doesn't really affect on the plot and stuff. Yeah, that's my answer. Okay, let's see next. Oh, it's a pretty good question. If Kevin Feige, the Kevin
Yeah,
Feige,
again, boss of Marvel.
yeah, boss of Marvel, invites you to join the MCU and let you choose a character to play, who will you choose?
This might be because of my love for Spider-Man, my love for Tom Holland.
Yeah, it's a pretty
and
easy, I
of
guess.
course my love for Zendaya. But she's phenomenal. It would be MJ from Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Tom Holland Spider-Man again.
The Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, MJ is the one who's still alive. Even though she forget who's
Who?
Peter Parker is. That's kind of sad, but she's still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, if I want to choose, I would like to choose Doctor Doom. Why? Because Doctor Doom he's a smart guy. He's a very powerful person. Even though Reed Richards is the same level as him, but I would like to choose Doctor Doom. He's just cool with his green capes.
He's awesome.
He is awesome. Yes. Next question: if you had a chance to become a movie director, what genre would you choose, and what is the main story of the movie that you will make?
I feel like a genre that I think would be pretty fun to film as a movie director. It would be on the lines of horror and thriller.
Oh,
again.
horror and thrilling.
And for the plot line, I think it would be going off on Scream franchise-esque and or the Conjuring universe. Though I think
Conjuring
those are pretty
universe.
cool to me.
Yeah, those movies have one of the best movies.
Yeah.
Thriller and horror movies. American thriller.
I like the tension.
Yeah.
It gets me focused on the movie.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you halt the breath from the
Yeah.
start of the movie. Yeah, that's nice. And if I had a chance to become a movie director, I would choose. The genre will be rom-com gone wrong.
Like
Rom-com doesn't have to be a good ending. It doesn't have to have good ending. Sometimes it has a bad ending. Yeah.
a more realistic ending.
Yeah, more realistic ending. That's a better word. One of the best example is 500 Days of Summer.
500 Days of
That's
Summer.
not a rom-com. That's a horror movie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for that guy. And the main story, I guess it'll be pretty quite the same with the 500 Days of Summer. A guy and then met a girl, and the girl left him for another guy. Yeah, that'll be the main story. Okay, next question. What is a movie you believe is underrated, and why do you think it deserves more recognition?
An underrated movie, I think, would be Natalie Portman's Black Swan.
Yo, that's nice.
Because at first I came into this movie. It was a blind pick, and then came out kind of traumatized.
Yes, it is traumatizing.
Yeah.
I was Black Swan as well.
But it has a good moral value, and it's not to push yourself too much. And I think at least some people have to see that movie once in their life.
Yeah, I totally agree with her. Black Swan is, I guess, it needs more attention.
Yeah.
It needs more attention. It is a great movie, and Natalie Portman really did her job really well. Okay, next question. Can you share a movie that changed your opinion on particular genre, and what is about that movie that shifted your perspective?
I think that movie for me would be 500 Days of Summer.
Wow, Father's Famous Summer. Yes, I agree with you.
Most horror film.
Yeah.
For me, it changed my opinion on the romance comedy genre. Why? Because it ended horribly.
Yeah, I totally agree with her. It's really true. It's kind of changed my perspective on rom-com genre because it doesn't have to have A good ending. Yeah, it's really bad ending, you know, but it is a good example of how it changed my perspective. Okay, next question. How do you think watching a movie in a theater differs from watching it in movie at homes? I'm sorry. And what elements that enhance the cinematic experience?
So, there are a lot of factors that differ, but when I watch a movie from theater or like theater only movies, the plot doesn't usually stick to me. Maybe like in a few weeks I'll forget about it. But the plus is it adds more. It adds more.
It's more, you know, it's like you're in that movie, you know,
Yeah,
because
it feels
it
like
has
you're
fancy
in the.
speakers and stuff.
It was like you're in the movie and overall better surroundings. It gets you more immersed. That's what I meant. It gets you more immersed in the movie.
Yeah, I agree with you know, watching movies in theater really makes you feel like you're in that movie, you know, big screen and fancy speaker. But I can't really give an answer with this because watching it at home is it's good as well. You know, you can pause the movie and you can reverse the movie and stuff. You can better understanding the plot by yourself. You know, you feel me?
You can control the flow of the movie.
Yes.
You watch it.
Yeah. You can keep up with the movie. Yeah. Next question. How do trailers and marketing shape our expectation of a movie? And have you ever felt misled by a trailer?
I don't think misled is the word. It's more like I was clickbaited.
Clickbaited.
Yeah.
And these thrillers that quote unquote clickbait me usually are horror thrillers and more of the movies that came out like earlier this year.
Yeah. Horror movies tend to do stuff like that.
Like in the thriller, it's like this fun thing, fun plot, original plot, and then when you watch it, it's like it's the most cliche thing, and you can guess
It's the
what
most
happens next.
this most predictable plot ever. Yeah, I agree with you. But my answer, I never really felt misled by a trailer, you know. But there is one funny moment when, if you remember the movie Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic the animation, the first trailer was really bad. The fan base, the Sonic fan base was mad and they talk about they change it. You gotta change it, man. They really changed it, and it is overall a better movie. Yes. Yeah, that's a funny that's a funny moment. Yes. Okay. How do you think documentaries differ from fictional movies in their storytelling techniques?
So about documentaries, I feel like documentaries aim to educate the people on if it was a murder case, on the killer's motive, and overall most topics around around true crime, I guess.
Yeah.
You would say. And the difference between fictional movies to me are more like mystery of who did this, who did that. And like,
I
it's
agree
more
with
like
you.
Sherlock Holmes type of thing.
Yeah. Fictional movies are made to entertain ourselves, you know, and documentaries more like telling stories, telling what happened behind the guy or what something. Yeah, like that. Fictional more of like entertainment.
Speaking of documentaries, what's a favorite documentary that you've watched?
Oh, my favorite documentaries movie. It'll be The Band of Brothers. It is a documentary movies about the 501st Airborne, if I'm not mistaken, from the U.S. Army. So the story tells us about how the paratroopers landed first before the D-Day, 1944 in the Europe. Yeah, how Americans saved the day again. It is a really good movie, you know. Okay, last question. Can you tell us your top 5 best movies?
Oh, that's a hard question.
It is a hard question.
I think being at the bottom,
Number five?
number 5, it would be 500 Days of Summer.
500 Days of Summer.
It's good, but it's not good. I mean, it's good, but it's like a whoa kind of film.
Yeah, it's not the best, but it's good. Okay, number 4.
Number 4 would be the Spider-Man trilogy because, yeah, who wouldn't?
Yeah, who wouldn't watch Spider-Man? Who wouldn't like them?
And the third,
Yeah,
third would be Timothy Chalamet's Dune. Why? Because because Timothy Chalamet, who doesn't love him, and Dune, I like the camera work and color scaling.
Yeah, Dune has
Yeah.
a good color scaling.
And it's pretty long, so you gotta be focused for that. And I liked it because it was one of the long movies that I could actually watch through it and not fall asleep to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
And for the second one, I think it would be coming back to the first question. It would be The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Yeah, it kind of left a mark on me. And it's a pretty fun film, and I think I rewatched it like 2 or 3 times. And then on the number 1 would be Black Swan.
Yeah, Black Swan. That's a
Yeah.
that's a nice movie.
Traumatizing, but it's good.
Yeah.
And I rewatched it, so it's not that traumatizing.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when Natalie Portman wasn't herself, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And my top 5 best movie of all time, huh? I guess it'll be filled with war movies. Starting number 5, I'll have, let's say, Jurassic Park. It is a good movies, especially the original trilogy. But after that, I have a different opinion. So I'll put Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchise in the number 5. Coming on the number 4, it'll be Star Wars, I guess. Yeah, Star Wars.
Wars.
The Star Wars saga is one of the movies that left a mark in my heart. You know, it's really fun. I enjoy the plot and the characters. It's really different from other movies. You know. Okay, number 3. Number 3, I will have The Pacific. The Pacific is a movie about one guy who it's not the main character is actually the movie have different main characters for each episode. You know, it's a series more. It's a series. The Pacific is a series about a guy who went on war on the Pacific fighting Japanese during the World War II. Yeah, that's a really good movie. And then number 2, I will have the Saving Private Ryan. Tom Hanks is in that movie. That's a really good movie, especially when Tom Hanks strike that bunker on the hill. Yeah, that's nice. And then the first one, of course, it's the Band of Brothers. That's one of even though it is documentaries, but it really left a mark in my heart. It is a good movie after all. Overall, okay, I guess our time is up, and so that wraps up today's episode of SMADA English Podcast. Thank you for joining
with
us. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you like our podcast, please consider subscribing and giving us like on our videos. It really helps us to reach more listeners like you. Yeah. Don't forget to follow us in Instagram also, SMADA Jogja, for further updates, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, SMADA Entertainment. We'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic, so feel free to reach the comment section and give us question or your opinion about today's episode. Thanks for focusing. We hope you guys enjoy our episode, and see you on our next episode. Bye bye.